Hello everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mayan Abiharan and today I am going to talk about inclusive education in the Philippines, its definition, as well as its vision, mission, goals, and objectives. But before we go to that topic, intro, pasok! Under Unit 1, Definition, Goals, and Scope of Special Inclusive Education.
Learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to understand the meaning of special and inclusive education, identify the Vmgo of special and inclusive education, describe the benefits of special and inclusive education.
Before we proceed to the inclusive education in the Philippines, let us go first with special education in the Philippines, its definition, as well as its vision, mission, goals, and objectives. Special education. Special education ensures that all students who are eligible receive a free appropriate public education alongside their peers who are not disabled as much as possible. Special education in the Philippines. It is designed instruction to meet the individual needs of special students. It is an individually planned, systematically implemented, and carefully evaluated instruction to help exceptional students achieve the greatest possible personal self-sufficiency and success in the present and future environments. The Department of Education is envisioned to, by the 21st century, the child with special needs will get full parental and community support for his or her education without discrimination. He or she should be provided with a healthy environment along with the leisure and recreation and social security measures. The mission and vision of special education in the Philippines. The state, community, and family hold the common vision for the Filipino child with special needs. By the 21st century, it is envisioned that he or she could be adequately provided with basic education. This education should fully realize his or her potential for development and productivity, as well as being capable of self-expression of his or her rights in society. More importantly, he or she is God-loving and proud of being a Filipino. It is also envisioned that the child with special needs will get full parental and community support for his or her education without discrimination of any kind. This special child should also be provided with a healthy environment along with leisure and recreation and social security measures from Department of Education Handbook on Inclusive Education 2000. The goals of special education in the Philippines. To provide children with special needs appropriate educational services within mainstream of basic education. The two-pronged goal include the development of key strategies on legislation, human resource development, family involvement, and active participation of government and non-government organizations. Likewise, there are major issues to address on attitudinal barriers of the general public and effort towards institutionalization and sustainability of special education programs and services. The objective of special education in the Philippines. Special education aims to, first, provide a flexible and individualized support system for children and youth with special needs in a regular class environment in schools nearest the student's home. Second, provide support services, vocational programs and work training, employment opportunities for efficiency, community participation, and independent living. Third, implement a lifelong curriculum to include early intervention and parent education, basic education, and transition programs on vocational training or preparation for college. Fourth, make available an array of educational programs and services. The Special Education Center, built on school within a school concept, as the resource center for children and youth with special needs, inclusive education in regular schools, special and residential schools, homebound instruction, hospital instruction, and community-based programs, alternative modes of service, delivery to reach disadvantages children in far-flung towns, depressed areas, and undeserved barangays. The past decade saw the continuous development of special education programs for a wide range of exceptional children and youth. Those with mental retardation, giftedness, and talent, blindness, deafness, language and speech disorders, crippling conditions, behavior problems, severe disabilities, and physical impairments. Philippines, both state tertiary institutions continue to work hand in hand with the Department of Education to enhance the professionalization of special education through their teacher training programs. Now that we are done in the special education in the Philippines, let us proceed to the main topic, which is inclusive education in the Philippines. Inclusive education in the Philippines is the process of inclusion by which a school accepts children with special needs for enrollment in regular classes where they can learn side by side with their peers. The school provides the mainstream where regular teachers and special education teachers organize and implement appropriate programs for both special and regular students. Inclusion means implementing and maintaining warm and accepting classroom communities that embrace and respect diversities or differences. Teachers and students take active steps to understand individual differences and create an atmosphere of respect. Inclusion implements a multi-level, multi-modality curriculum. This means that special needs students follow an adapted curriculum and use special devices and materials to learn at a suitable pace. Inclusion prepares regular teachers and special education teachers to teach interactively. Students tend to learn with and from each other rather than compete with each other. Provides continuous support for teachers to break down barriers of professional isolation. The hallmarks of inclusive education are co-teaching, team teaching, collaboration and consultation, and any other ways of assessing skills and knowledge learned by all students. The vision and mission of inclusive education in the Philippines. Vision: a world where every person has access to relevant, quality education and lifelong learning. Mission: to provide support and promote innovative solutions to the challenges faced by ministries of education and governments in the complex task of improving equity, quality, relevance, and effectiveness of curriculum, teaching and learning, assessment, processes, and outcomes. The goals and objectives of inclusive education in the Philippines. Goals: the goal is that the whole education system will facilitate learning environments where teachers and learners embrace and welcome the challenge and benefits of diversity. Within an inclusive education approach, learning environments are fostered where individual needs are met and every student has an opportunity to succeed. Objectives: the primary objective of inclusive education is to educate disabled students in the regular classroom and still meet their individual needs. Inclusive education allows children with special needs to receive a free and appropriate education along with non-disabled students in the regular classroom. The Department of Education and Special Education Division of the Bureau of Elementary Education manages and supervises the special inclusive education program all over the country. Special inclusive education enables exceptional children to study in regular schools or in special schools. Before I end this video, here is the quote that I want to leave.
Inclusive educators believe in valuing student differences and supporting their learning needs to the greatest extent possible.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you have learned something from it. See you again next time and have a great day. Bye!